What's going on, guys? Well, watch us back again with another live stream for you guys. I had to bring the main man back, Carefree Lewis G. How are you, my friend, man?
I'm good. I'm good. My pattern is falling further and further into the mud. I literally woke up an hour before this, but yeah, we're all good. We're all good. What are you saying, man?
I'm good. I'm good, bro. What time do you sleep usually, man?
Usually around like 7 a.m. or 8 a.m., but this time I decided to go for 1 p.m. because I was up editing a video all night and then I just couldn't go to bed afterwards. But hey, it is what it is.
No, I'm not gonna lie. Your channel's popping as always. Of course, his channel link is in the description. Go subscribe to him as well. But look, we're gonna discuss a lot of things, as you can see from the title. There was reports today about Simeone could be leaving Atletico Madrid at the end of the season. Declan Rice price tag dropped after Haaland's going to be leaving West Ham for Ajax, and just discussion about Frank Lampard, how he can improve in the next couple of games. So, guys, everyone that's tuned in, please do smash the like button, subscribe if you're new here, hit the bell notification, all that good stuff. So, look, Lewis, we're going to start with Simeone. If he was to leave end of the season, do we have to get him?
Here's the thing. We couldn't say no if a manager like that popped up because the mentality that this guy would instill in our squad, he turned us into warriors. The only thing that I don't like about it is we would have to go back into another transition. We go back into being a defensive side, which I don't really mind, but we've set out our team to play more attractive football, more attacking football, possession-based football, that sort of style of play. It would just be a massive step backwards into a stage one process yet again. And I feel like we'd lose players like Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz, I feel like we'd end up losing. Hakim Ziyech, we would definitely lose because he only joined us because he liked the style of play that Lampard was talking about. And he's always spoken about enjoying his football. He will not enjoy Simeone ball and he'll leave straight up. Timo Werner, to be fair, he probably thrive on that sort of football, so it would probably play to his strengths. So I wouldn't be totally against it. If we ended up making that sort of move, I'd be all for it. I'd follow the club through it. I wouldn't be too much against it. But same way, if we do end up getting rid of Lampard, we'd probably be better off getting a manager that has a similar sort of idea, similar sort of style of play to him. Because the players we've got, the money that we've spent, that would basically all be wasted if we go back into playing a defensive style of play afterwards.
I mean, I think you make totally sense. I think fans would be in the middle of what's right, what's wrong. Of course, it makes sense if we were to sign them. But then again, the way you're saying about the playing style, many of the players that we brought wouldn't suit the play. Guys, let us know in the comments what you think about Simeone to Chelsea. I mean, it's still early days, of course. He might not leave, but that's the reports today that he could be leaving at the end of the season. Now, Declan Rice is someone, obviously, we all know of. If Frank Lampard's here long term, it's a player that we're probably going to be signing. And West Ham have sold one of their players, I think today, or they're going to be selling Haaland for around 20 million to Ajax. It looks like West Ham might be in trouble with financial problems, basically, and that could leak to Declan Rice leaving on the cheaper rather than the quoted 70, 80 million that everyone's talking about. It could be, the 40, 45 million maybe. But do you think Declan Rice could come in January, Lewis?
Nah, I really doubt it, to be honest. If anything, I think them selling Sebastian Haller goes the other way around. That means they're trying to double down on keeping Declan Rice. Because one of the things we were talking about during the summer with the big Declan Rice saga the thing we were talking about the Declan Rice saga back in the summer was that West Ham really needed to sell players in order to raise funds because they got hit really badly with the pandemic. They didn't really sell too many players in the summer. They were struggling to sell off some of their assets. Now they've got off Sebastian Haller for 25 million. That basically means they can hold Declan Rice to a stronger fee, and that means they can keep him closer to the 80 million valuation that they originally had for him. I don't think it would happen in the summer. If anything, I think this move is making it a bit harder in general because let's be real, if we really wanted him, the best thing we were hoping for was that West Ham would be forced to sell him in order to raise funds for other areas of the pitch. But now they're selling Sebastian Haller. They've got another 25 million in the bank. And Declan Rice is their best player by a mile. Just to see him getting sold to one of their biggest rivals as well in Chelsea, I find it really hard to see happening unless it's for the full 80 million valuation. And I do think Marina could take it down a little bit. But the same way, it's West Ham. West Ham, Gold and Sullivan are already in a bad state with their fans already without selling their best player to Chelsea on the cheap. So I couldn't really see that happening unless we throw maybe Barkley or Batshuayi in the deal to try and sweeten it
Yeah,
up or take a
yeah,
couple million off. But
100.
even if that was to happen, we have to wait till the summer anyway. So I don't see it happening in January.
No, 100. I totally agree with you there. A quick donation from Blue underscore FT 2016 father, of course.
Big
Sounds
up,
like Simeone's
Father.
game style similar to Conte. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, I think probably exact same, no? Simeone and Conte.
Um, if anything, maybe Simeone's would be better. I feel like he might be a bit more versatile in terms of he could do multiple formations. We all know how Antonio Conte loved the five at the back formation. He was very stubborn on that. Simeone would be a bit stubborn in his style of play, but I do think he could at least change formations up. So it's like similar but different as well.
Yeah, 100, 100. So one of the comments talking about the lineup on the weekend. I mean, it's a bit of a difficult one. Do you think he's going to go all out with youngsters, or do you think he might play the starters?
Nah, he can't afford to go out all out with youngsters, in my opinion. We will see a couple of them play. I'd be really surprised if we didn't, especially with rest that we've been begging for some of these players to have. But I'm not sure. I feel like you'll be a mix of youth players plus rotation players because we've all heard about the stories of Frank Lampard falling out with some of the fringe players in the squads. So we don't want to. So if that was to happen, with the Morecambe game in mind, it's the perfect opportunity to actually give them some sort of game time and try and improve the morale around the squad. So a mix of rotation plus youngsters, but main first team players, I'd be really surprised if any of them get a start, except for Mount, of course. But you already know.
Yeah, of course. What do you think? Havertz and Werner will be playing that game.
I hope not. Like I can't lie. If Werner bangs like a hat trick against Morecambe, I don't even know if I can celebrate it. Because like, have we really fallen down that low that we're now celebrating? We did it with Havertz against Barnsley, but that
Barnsley.
was half us taking the mick, half us being all right, cool. He's now finished warming up. We're gonna see what the real Kai Havertz was about. Still waiting, but I've already said second half of the season Havertz is way clearer first half of the season Havertz, so we can play the waiting game with him. But I wouldn't want to see either of them start. Like if Havertz also balls out in this game, it's like great. His best performances for us was against Barnsley and Morecambe. We can't flex that. So maybe we see one of them start. I'd rather see neither of them.
No, I totally agree with you there. We've got Fulham in the Premier League. I'm sure we'll be talking about that soon as well. Big up Wayne for the comment as well. Obviously, the same comment with
Big
donation.
up,
Thank you
bro.
very much for that. And also just to let you guys know, we're going to be trying to do once a week on this channel collab. Myself, Carefree Lewis G. Hopefully on this channel as well. Maybe who knows. But yeah, make sure you tune in always. Now let's talk about Frank Lampard. Obviously, you made a video earlier today. I did watch it. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Love for that.
Fully rating that video as well. Um, not gonna make you try and repeat yourself, obviously. But what's the main improvement Frank Lampard will need to do? Just summarizing what you believe he needs to change up.
Okay, main one out the 4 reasons, which also you can find on my latest video, Carefree Lewis G in the description. Thank you guys. But yeah, the biggest one out of the 4. I'd say not clearing the deadwood because that's not even really his fault. I want to see more flexibility from him. That's just the main thing. Like I know our style of play, and I know that we've tried to be more pragmatic in recent weeks with the Christmas period and everything like that. Cool. I'm fine with that. The same formation just makes us ridiculously predictable. It just means
Yeah.
teams can force us out wide, or they don't even need to force us because we'll just do it ourselves. And then we just hoof in crosses from the wide areas. That's just ridiculously predictable. I don't care if that's meant to be our main style of play in the next year or two. Right now, we've won one game in our last 7. We shouldn't be trying to practice things out on the football pitch. That's for the training ground. Here we've already tried lots of different formations this season. We played the 4-2-3-1. We played a 3-4-3. In previous seasons, we played a 4-2-2-2 as well. They've all had their own problems when you've been playing in those formations, and that's cool. Right now, the only formation we're playing is the 4-3-3 formation, and that's having its own consistent problems that we're seeing game in and game out. So at the very least, change it up. We could go to a 4-2-3-1. You might concede more goals. You might concede more chances. We don't have Kepa in goals, so that's not going to be as big of a problem as it was at the start of the season. We also
Yeah.
created plenty more chances in the 4-2-3-1 formation as well. We got the best out of Timo Werner and Kai Havertz in the 4-2-3-1 formation. Why don't we persist with that? Hell, we haven't even seen Hakim Ziyech play in the 4-2-3-1 formation.
100.
So why not? Perfect time to start it.
I mean, I totally agree with you. Some of the comments are saying 4-1-4-1, fam, formation.
4-1-4-1. I hope that's not N'Golo Kante as the lone DM because
It
that's not
is,
going to
it
run.
is, fam. 100, it is 100%.
That ain't gonna run, man. He had one of his worst games in a Chelsea shirt in the 3-0 loss at the Emirates because we played him as a lone DM. That I've already said numerous of times. N'Golo Kante only works as a lone DM against teams that do not press you. A good
Press.
team with a good pressing system and a good overall squad, which is why Leeds United do not count in this conversation, by the way, it doesn't work. Only against teams that don't press him and give him space. Manchester City completely exposed his ass. Arsenal exposed his ass. You cannot press this guy because under pressure, he don't pass the ball around that well. So I wouldn't
No,
want to see
facts.
him as a lone DM unless we're playing teams that sit deep against us. Fulham game, maybe because they might end up sitting deep against us anyway. They were able to drag a point against Liverpool at home. It might be the same result. Against the best teams that we're playing, N'Golo Kante cannot play the lone DM role, which is why it is a complete false image to say that he's a brilliant DM because he balls out against Burnley and Sheffield United. It doesn't work like that.
Basically, guys, I'm looking down because obviously I was one of those guys that was saying, look, risk him against Man City as a lone DM. Hopefully he can do it because he's been
No, I don't
performing best.
blame you for thinking that because fact is it was working the last few months in the formation anyways.
That's what I'm
We all
saying.
drank the Kool-Aid with the 17-game unbeaten run. I
That's
don't
what I'm
blame you
saying.
for drinking the Kool-Aid based off a player's good form. That is what it is. We're Chelsea fans. But this was why I was a bit worried about it and he failed the test. So I don't want to see it again unless it's a team that sits deep.
Yeah. Look, I wanted to talk. We kind of spoke about it yesterday on Blue Sands TV, obviously, but is there a communication issue between Mount, Kovacic, and Kante? Do you just feel like Kovacic? Obviously, I'm not disregarding his play. Like I love him on the ball. He moves like Hazard a bit. Like a tiny glimpse, if you know what I mean, with the ball. But other than that,
You
do you
said
just feel there's no
communication.
communication? No
Um,
communication, right?
it is the thing. Out of the three of them, who do you think's even vocal out of that three?
I don't know, G.
Like I
That's what
was
I'm
just thinking of
saying.
that while you were saying it. And N'Golo Kante definitely ain't vocal. Kovacic ain't vocal. That leaves Mason Mount, and I'm not gonna say too much because I'm not sure. But if you had to put a gun to my head, I'd say he ain't vocal either. And that just screams the midfield. The only vocal midfielder we had is Jorginho. But Jorginho's form don't really match that, so I can get why he doesn't start either. And also Lampard wants him out the door too. But the fact is, yeah, our midfield isn't vocal, but half the stuff looks tactical. You can't tell me that these guys are choosing not to play forward passes every single game
That's what I'm
consistently.
saying, fam.
Every
That's
single game.
literally.
The fact that Bruno Fernandes and Salah have made more through balls than our entire club is such a damning stat. 4 through balls. And the maddest thing is, when you look at it, it's not even 1 through ball for 4 players. It's Kai Havertz has made 2 through balls as a Chelsea player. Jorginho's made 2 through balls as a Chelsea player. That
Oh
is it.
no.
We
Oh
haven't seen a
no.
single forward pass from anybody else since then. That is a damning stat. And all that tells me is that it is tactical. You can't tell. We all say Mateo Kovacic's final ball could be better, but that doesn't mean he just refuses to pass forwards. We did see that in Sarri's first season, but that was tactical as well. So this one is tactical too. N'Golo Kante, he has a forward pass in him at the very least, but we push him so far deep. I don't blame him for just spraying it out wide. And Mason Mount, I can't lie, his chance creation is a massive false image that we all fell for because it's all from corners.
Fam. I was deep in it so much. I was thinking, why are we not passing for all I see is backwards, sideways, boring, slow, everything. When I watch other teams, yeah, when I watch City, I'm not saying we're gonna be on the same level as City, but when I watch them
But
playing,
that's who
these
we
man
aspire to
moving.
be.
That's what I'm saying. Bruv, the way they move the ball is like a two-touch football. They pass and move. Like if you can't make space forward, move your position when you give the ball away and try and make something happen. Obviously, Jorginho tries to direct where to go and stuff and where to pick up a pass, but it just isn't happening at this club, man. I slowly obviously understand where Frank Lampard is getting it wrong, but then I feel like are the players good enough in this type of football, fam?
It definitely is a bit of both, especially when it comes to midfield. Fact is, these guys, you got players like Kovacic and Mason Mount that dribble with their head down and miss so many good runs per game. It's absolutely crazy. You also got players that are not pressing together. Like we said, they aren't vocal. They don't communicate with each other. So it definitely is 50-50. But again, I'll go back to what I said previously. You cannot tell me that this isn't tactical, that they have been told to pass sideways. That's a fact. Like, if it wasn't tactical, we would see more than 4 through balls in half a season.
100.
4 forward, we see more than 4 through balls. That is a fact. I want to find out how many passes we've actually made sideways this season. Because if we made all these passes, 8, and we've only seen 4 go forwards, it's an absolute madness. But that's a crazy stat in itself. And that shows that it's just 50-50. Lampard as well, he could rotate better. N'Golo Kante and Mason Mount playing the entire Christmas period. And we want to complain about the fixture list. We have no right to do it if we do not rotate, but we don't rotate. Like, no, I'll take that back. We rotate in certain areas. There were 6 changes for the Aston Villa game based off the Arsenal match, so that's cool. We still had 2 of the 3 midfielders start the same game.
Yeah.
And then we were all shocked as to why we were losing the midfield battle. I wonder why. Is it not the 2 midfielders that played 48 hours before, now playing 48 hours again? Don't make sense.
Fam, look at the comment below, G. It's mad to think we'll title contenders last one. Did you really think we'll title contenders when we were unbeaten? Honestly.
Yeah, and that was the aim as well. The aim was to be contenders, not title winners, but contenders. The deep thing is as well, we are low-key still title contenders because we're only really 7 or 8 points off the top. But everyone's going to say, yeah, so it hasn't been that bad of a run. We're still within touching distance of Liverpool and Manchester City and everything like that. Cool. All I see is missed opportunities. We could be a point behind Liverpool. Hell, if our form was really good over Christmas, we could be top of the league right now. But we've had 1 win in 7, so we can't sit and be like, yeah, but we're still keeping track. We are not keeping track. Other teams are not making us pay for it. We have had 1 win in 7. We have won 1 match in the last month. So we are not keeping track of anybody. Teams aren't making us suffer yet. That's all.
Fam, when you say like that, 1 in 7, G.
1 win in 7, and even that one was a false image because a lot of people say we didn't dominate that game either.
Was it the West Ham one? 3-0,
yeah, the
right?
West Ham game.
No, yeah,
that's our only win since the Sevilla match, I think. Yeah, the Sevilla game.
Bro, that seemed like it was last week. I'm not even gonna lie to you, but
I wish it was last week. No, that one.
It's getting worse out there. It's getting worse. Hopefully, we get that running. I think we've got Fulham, Leicester. I can't remember the next game. Might be Tottenham, right?
Fulham. Let me get it up quickly. It was Fulham, then Leicester. Away,
yeah.
Wolves at home, Burnley at home, and then Spurs away. But even then, it's not those 5 games I'm worried about, and they're tight anyway. It's the next 5 to 10 after that. We got Sheffield United away, which is fine. Newcastle at home should be fine. Then Southampton away, Atletico away, and Manchester United at home within the space of a week. Then we've got Everton away and Leeds United away before we go to face Atletico again in the second leg, and then we have Liverpool away. If we don't get through that first 5 games, the next ones after that are going to kill us.
100, man. I saw that fixture list, Atletico United and all that, man. Guys, a lot of donations coming through. I need to go through one by one quickly. Wayne again donating £10 this time. Thank you very much, my friend. Billy Gilmour says Fabregas used to teach Billy Gilmour parts of his game. That's why he was on Chelsea youth radar. He needs to play to get them through balls.
He's the best passer in our team, in my opinion. Him or Kai Havertz.
Yeah,
I've already said Billy Gilmour's an upgraded Jorginho. He's quicker. He's got a better pass on him. He's more aggressive. Interceptions are better as well. Whatever you tell me, I think Billy Gilmour can do it better.
He just looks so confident, man, on the ball.
The composure this kid has. For someone who first off started against Liverpool after not starting for 6 months straight and absolutely bossed that entire midfield, then bossed the Everton game, had an injury, came back and bossed the Krasnodar game straight after that as well. This guy, other than Reece James, might actually have the highest ceiling out of every one of our youngsters. Maybe you can throw Callum Hudson-Odoi into debate as well. But Billy Gilmour, man, this kid is ridiculous.
Ridiculous. I'm telling you, when I watched him against Everton and Liverpool before the project restarting, man, the match, fam, this guy was nutmegging Fabinho as well, like it was nothing. That was the one.
Fabinho, he ain't been the same since. One of my mates was joking, saying, "Is it mad that Fabinho's best performances since that game have been in centre back?"
100.
That's pushed him 20 yards back since that game.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We've got another donation here. Mo Welly, thank you very much. I said it before and I'll say it again. The problem in Chelsea is in midfield. Only Kante knows his role. The 2 8s don't create or protect, period.
So
It's a big comment.
Kante knows. Yeah, but that's tactical in my opinion. We're going to say only Kante knows his role. Again, I'm going to say that's only against the teams that sit deep because they give him the time on the ball. Also, the system did help him out a little bit as well, but the system's been exposed now, so I don't rate that. The two attacking 8s don't create or protect, but why is that? Why is it that we only have 4 through balls and only 2 of them have come from an attacking 8 in Kai Havertz? Why is that? That is maybe part of the player's fault. You can't tell me it's not even a minority amount. It is the majority the manager because that is tactical. You can't tell me it isn't.
Bro, this is why we're saying in the title, fam. Lampard needs to make improvements, fam. We want the guy to succeed.
We ain't Lampard out, but we're Lampard fix up real quick. That's
Lampard middle, G.
Exactly. Lampard middle.
Lampard middle. We want him to succeed, guys. Trust me. The people that don't think we don't want to succeed, that's nothing. We're not like that. Yeah, we just want to see improvements. I think if Lewis was manager, fam, the guy will be telling him, fix up, look sharp, fam. You know what I mean?
They all hate me if I was manager. I'd probably be gone in like 4 games anyway. Frank Lampard project.
Fam, trust me. I don't know what it is. Yeah, I just need to see improvements in the next couple of games. Look, obviously, I asked you yesterday or the last stream anyway. Lampard lose against Fulham, done.
It might not even be our choice if we lose against Fulham. I can't lie. If Arsenal overtake us, I don't care what anyone says. I'm holding it to that sort of regard. This team were relegation threatened candidates a month ago, and we're all mocking them. If they end up going above us in the league, that is so damning. That is if the Fulham game, the result based on the way we set up. If we do not win and we've played the 4-3-3 formation, and I see Timo Werner on the left wing again, that might be it for me. That might be it for me. But it all depends on the way it's set. If we have a 4-2-3-1 or something different, cool. I'll go into the game with a much more open mind. But don't do some stupidness, please. I beg you.
It's crazy, man. Crazy. We've got a comment here. Bit of a Mason Mount slate. Let me see if we agree with this or not. Mason Mount takes one decent set piece. You don't see him rest of the match, fam. This guy is deep. That's deep.
I like Mount, and I understand what he brings to the team, both on the ball and off the ball, but he has disappeared in recent games. Fact is, he is at his best off a corner if it finds Kurt Zuma's head. That isn't good enough. Crosses do need to improve, in my opinion, anyway, but the end product isn't there. Right now, he is looking like a bit of a work rate merchant, and I do get it is the Christmas period. We saw him drop off at the exact same point last season. So I'm willing to be patient with Mason Mount. Same way, though, why is Mason Mount invisible most of the games? Is it because he starts all the games? Is it because 100. He plays all the games? Is 100. It because he never gets substituted every
100.
Single game?
100.
Wonder why. Again, 100. Tactical. I love Lampard, but why is it every single mistake I'm seeing is going back to one guy and it is the manager? You tell me.
Patience running out, guys, man. That's what it is. Patience are running out for the manager.
Patience is only running out because I'm seeing the same BS every single game. If we see different formations, different players playing, and the same result, we could look at it from a different point of view. Right now, I'm seeing, cool, we're struggling in midfield, but Kante and Mount start every game. We're crossing the ball into Tammy Abraham, Timo Werner, and Christian Pulisic. And our only real aerial threat in the entire midfield and our attack is Olivier Giroud, which means when even he starts, he's getting double-teamed half the time. The way we're playing is not built to last. Fact.
I just want to say to everyone, yeah, I'm sure many of you guys know Lewis everywhere. This guy goes home and away. We see this shit weekly when we used to go to games, you know what I mean? You see it weekly. Many people say we just chat shit for no reason. We just do this for no reason, fam. We watch these games live, yeah, and we give our opinions. I don't understand some of the things that I see from Chelsea, fam. I've been seeing it over the years, fam. I saw it on the sorry. You were sorry in, fam. I was sorry in as well, fam. We just didn't understand it. Whether it's I think at the time it was the players.
Sorry
100%.
was understandable though because it fit in with every single time he was at another club. First season, football wasn't the best. You saw glimpses of what you wanted to see, but
At
it
the
was only
start, yeah.
real glimpses.
Yeah.
Everyone turned on him, like the Napoli one, the amount of people that turned on him in this first season. I remember even Diego Maradona was one of the prime people who was slating Sarri week in and week out. Second season comes though, once the team understands Sarri ball a little bit more, then you start to see pure liquid football and everyone drinks in the
93
apologies from
points,
Maurizio
G.
Sarri afterwards. What's his name? Maradona literally went to the training ground to personally apologize to Maurizio Sarri for all the slander that he gave him in the first season, saying he was wrong and the football he's playing is ridiculous. It was a waiting game with Sarri, and I get why he left. It was mutual consent. He wanted to go. He was homesick. It's fine. It is what it is. I'm happy with the circumstances that have happened since then. Lampard is different, though. Lampard, you have nothing to fall back on. There's no experience. There's nothing at a former club that you can look back on as well. You have to guess. You have to play a guessing game. So realistically, at the start of his reign, if you're Lampard in or you're Lampard out, you're going off of very little information. So it was perfectly understandable. Just follow the waves. Like, just see what happens with Frank Lampard. If it goes well, it goes well. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Now we've got the
100.
second season. We're judging it based off the first season, and we're performing worse with 250 million spent.
100. Guys, before I get into the next comments, I want to say big up Rishan and big up everyone that's tuned in. Make sure you guys smash the like button, subscribe if you're new here, and tune in daily as always. This comment kind of got me a bit hyped, of course. You man are mad. Mount does bits every game. People that play the sport can see how important he is. It was just a City game. It wasn't great. Loads of people have an agenda against it. I don't think we have an agenda, my friend. I think he just plays every single game. We know he presses. We know he tries to do and gives his 100%. But when you play every single game, it don't make sense, man.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I respect nearly everything he said until Mount does bits every game, because he hasn't done bits in the last recent games. I can respect what you're saying in the 17-game unbeaten run, and yeah, he was brilliant. There was a point where he was our best midfielder in the entire squad. We aren't seeing that now, but he's still playing games. Rotate. That's all we're saying. Man City game, it wasn't just a Man City game. He wasn't great. He was poor in the Villa game. He was poor in the Arsenal game too. I'm not using that to say he's a terrible player. Is it a surprise that the entire Christmas period he was poor, but he played the entire Christmas period? Why is that? It's the manager.
It's the manager, G. 100. So I just wanted to put it out there because I just saw that comment, man.
No, that's cool. That's cool. Like, for the most part, he was right. I just don't think he's been good the last few games.
Yeah. I get your point, Lewis, but we've got to realise no one is doing well this season. We are only 7 points behind you, Liverpool. I say we properly judge Lampard at the end of the season where there are fans. I don't think we want to get to the stadium anytime soon.
No one's doing well this season. That's cool. That still isn't an explanation for losing to one of the worst Arsenal sides the last 50 years. That result as well impacting the Aston Villa game because we had to chase it for long periods in that match too. So no one is doing well this season. Fine. I am not trying to measure ourselves based on everybody else because, like I said, those are all missed opportunities on our end. We should have been doing our job. We weren't doing our job.
100. And what was the formation that he was asking for again?
4-2-3-1. That one? Yeah, exactly. With Kai Havertz at the cam. That's where he's at his best.
Yeah, even though he's come on as a sub the last few games, looked a lot more confident. Still has a long way to go to prove his point, but has a long career ahead. Yeah, I totally agree with that. Drop Mount, play Havertz, Lewis, you know it's true.
Exactly. Aye, that's David. Big up, David. Yeah.
Who's David?
Know the vibes. We need the 4-2-3-1 back. What was it? You said it as well perfectly. Our two best performances this season have come without Mason Mount in the squad. Not to disrespect him, but play the 4-2-3-1 formation because we're going to get the best out of our attacking players. But big up David anyway.
Who's David?
One of the guys off the football terrace.
Oh, swear, my bad. Big up.
Yeah, he's one of the boys of TFT.
Big up. I'm hoping I'm wrong, but I don't see Lampard turning it around. Bring Allegri in.
I mean, I wouldn't be too against Allegri. I mean, his record speaks for himself. I do feel like it would be the same thing where we'd have to turn ourselves back into a defensive side and transition, which would come with its own problems, which you've already discussed. But nah, I'll be real. If we're going for a manager, I want to go for an attacking manager. That would be the smoothest transition we can make possible. And also the quickest turnaround into actually being what this team is capable of being, and that's title contenders.
100. We got another donation from Wayne, bruv. You donated like £25 to me today, bruv. Before Roman Empire, we was the same. If Chelsea manager don't do well, he's gone, and them were legends. So we need to think about the team. You guys are the real supporters. Big up, Wayne, man. Appreciate that. Obviously, we only want the best for the team, man. Obviously, the fans need to realize that Lampard will always be a legend as a player, fam. And if he succeeds, he succeeds. Nothing will break that, if you know what I mean. I never asked you, by the way, bro. Tuchel, are you a big fan of him or not? In
I'll be
general,
real with you,
not at Chelsea.
I don't know enough about Tuchel, so I'm not sitting there saying that I'd want him or I wouldn't want him. I thought he was defensive, and then someone was telling me he was an attacking manager, so I clearly don't know enough about the manager anyway. I'm gonna just delve deeper into him and do some more research before I make a judgment on him yet, but I wouldn't know too much right now. I can't lie.
That's what I'm saying. DJ Sav, big up for tuning. You don't
big
always
up yourself,
tune in
man.
nowadays. Rather Tuchel or Lewis? What?
Luis
Enrique. I was better thinking, is he saying your name, man?
Enrique is an interesting one. I don't really know too much about his time at Roma, but I know at Barcelona it didn't really end on the best of notes. Barcelona is an absolute mess of a club right now, though. Anyway, so I can't really use that as too much to judge him on. Maybe, I mean, if you're managing Barcelona, you must have a possession-based style of play anyway, so that would assimilate well into the squad. Off the outside in, just without any research, not the worst appointment.
That's what I'm saying. Got Apio met here. To be honest, Frank and the players have been a little frustrating to watch this season, even if for a poor season, they're just repeating stuff over and over again. Yeah, that's what we're basically saying. He needs to fix it up anyway. Got any other comments here? Guys, drop your questions as well. Super chats, all that good stuff. What we got here? When will we see Tomori? If he doesn't play FA Cup this weekend, I'll say he's gone.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if he doesn't play, especially with the Christensen injury. I do think I hope he ends up starting the Morecambe game, but if he don't play, it is what it is. Tomori, I already said, should have taken the loan at the start of the season. I do respect him wanting to stay and fight for his spot, but look at the result of that. He's had very limited game time as a result because he wasn't in Lampard's plans for the season. He was meant to go out and get more experience. He didn't go out and get that experience. He, at the 11th hour, said, I want to stay at Chelsea. Now we're here. He started, 1 or 2 games? Not the right decision for him. So, if anything, he should have just taken the loan deal.
I mean, you're like the biggest Christensen fan. You was tweeting like 3 a.m. about him.
Hey, I can't lie. Most of the Christensen prop is only because I think he gets a lot of undeserved stick. Now, I'm not saying he should start over Thiago Silva or Kurt Zouma or anything, but as a squad player, he is a great option to have. He's a brilliant defender. Everyone sits there and says he's a fairy and he's a wimp. The guy played on through the injury against Aston Villa. And injured himself more in the process and played till full time. So all of your agendas are in the mud about him if you want to sit here and call him a fairy or anything like that, because that's all BS and we both know it. Christensen's a great squad player. I don't know why no one wants to give him a second chance, but everyone is licking Rudiger's ass like he wasn't 10 times worse than Christensen last season. So that don't make sense to me. I'm happy for Rudiger to get given that second chance too, because he's a good squad player as well. But that's the same case for the pair of them. They're both great options. One isn't great and the other's a flop. If anything, I think Christensen has a higher ceiling than Rudiger, but it is what it is.
Big shout, fam. Big shout. I mean, I was like the biggest.
I think Rudiger's peaked already. Like, the peak is a good peak, but he's not getting any better than that. He's only going downhill from there. I think Christensen, if he sorts his head out, maybe gets a little bit stronger. You've got a quality centre-back in your hands.
I agree with you there, man. Quick question from Rishan. Would you guys have taken Poch if Lampard got sacked? I know he's at PSG now, but if you weren't. Yeah, of course. I feel like that would have been my first option, personally.
We would have taken Poch, but Poch wouldn't have joined us. He wouldn't have come near us. The guy said no to the Barcelona job because of his history of Espanyol and because of his love for the club. He wouldn't touch Chelsea with a 4-foot barge pole with his history with Spurs. It'll never happen.
You never know, G. I saw that with Mourinho, fam. He said he'll never manage Tottenham.
But Jose's different. Though. We sacked him twice. Like, I'm cool with him going to other clubs after that. He doesn't have to show us any loyalty. Poch is different. He didn't know us anything from the start.
100. I don't know if this is true, by the way. Simon Johnson said a couple of hours ago that the situation between players and some of the players isn't good at all. I feel like we've heard of that after the City game.
The Athletic already reported it was some of the fringe players that were falling out with the manager. and that's because we were struggling to sell off some of the deadwood over the summer. We've got four goalkeepers right now, 5 centre backs vying for 2 spots, 3 left backs, and we've got 6 centre mids. So we've got obviously a number of players that aren't happy with the lack of game time that they've had. I'm not going to name names, but you could make an easy guess for who's probably fallen out with Frank Lampard just based on who hasn't played the most. Marcos Alonso, wouldn't be
He runs
surprised
down
if
the
it's him.
wing.
Fikayo Tomori, wouldn't be surprised if it's him. Hudson-Odoi, wouldn't be surprised if it was him as well. Who else? Jorginho, maybe. Although, to be honest, Jorginho has been very professional in the entire time that he's been on the bench for us. So it might not even be him too. Kepa, maybe. If I had to make a guess, those would be the names I'd think that it would be.
No, I totally agree with you. Guys, listen, we've got over 170 people tuned in here, but only like 55 likes, fam. Come on, man. Show some support. If you're enjoying the stream, smash the like, get it to over 100 likes during the stream. The more likes, the more helps of this channel. And make sure you subscribe to Lewis's channel in the link in the description as well. He uploads every single day, just like myself. So every time you got a view, it helps us a lot. Ask your questions before we wrap it up, of course. I want to see as many questions as possible. If you can send in any super chats, please do, as it helps on this channel as well. Peeps, Rudiger's our worst centre back. Oh, we already spoke about that, man. What are we saying? What else we got? What other comments? And what other comments? We've spoken about Lampard. We've spoken about Tuchel. We've spoken about all these things, fam. I need to see something different. Show me some different questions, guys.
Yeah, this is the jarring thing about January. The transfer period isn't going to be nearly as big as we expect it to be for us. What have we got? Guys, drop your questions in.
Drop your questions, man. Drop in your
Simeone
super chats.
signed a contract recently. That's
Did he?
an interesting one. I can have a look at that. 1 second.
Check it out. This is facts, by the way. Me as a pro club's captain, better than Lampard right now as manager. I agree with that, man. Literally on FIFA.
Last contract was the 2017 until 2020. What? Oh, no. Diego Simeone signed a new contract that'll keep him till 2022. All right, cool. Now, that was in 2019, so it wasn't any time new specifically.
Not new, yeah, I was gonna say. Do you think Lampard's using Timo Werner the right way?
No, depends on the system. Like I already said, I want him up front, but if we're gonna spam crosses to him all game, there's no point. It'll be worse than Tammy Abraham. He's got no aerial threat about him. The guy's 5'11". It don't make sense. If we play the 4-2-3-1, cool, that works. If we play Timo Werner on the right wing, I think that would work as well because you have him on his stronger foot. He'll be a lot more comfortable as a result. Beat a player and whip a cross in, or beat a player and have a shot across goal. That works. Playing him on the left-hand side doesn't work.
Yeah.
No. I just seen the comment. No, we're not Arsenal. No. This guy's had under 10 goals since signing for Atletico Madrid. We sold him at the right time. And I love Diego Costa, but I already said on previous streams, that was only good for half a season.
Fam, I got slated for saying it was a good sell at the time, G. Everyone was pissed at Kante for selling him.
No, it was a good move. Low-key, because half of these injuries wouldn't have happened if he was in the Premier League, in my opinion. Because there'd be different circumstances and everything surrounding it. But with hindsight, yeah, perfect time to sell him. 60 million, and the guy's had under 10 goals for Atletico since then. Perfect. But also, what would we bring him in for? And please, nobody in the comments say he's going to be dominant in the air, because if you say that, you clearly didn't watch Diego Costa at Chelsea, because that was one of his biggest weaknesses. So no, if we're going to say we're bringing him on for aerial ability, no, I'm not even listening to it. All he'll give is problems to defenders, aka aggression. And by the way, would prime Diego Costa have survived a minute under VAR in 2021? Come on now. Red cards for days with this guy. So no. Nostalgia is cool. A great striker for us in his prime. It's done.
Fam, listen, I made about £40 this stream already. I might get a haircut at this rate. Can't even lie. There's Lewis is saying get a haircut as well, fam.
Yeah, sort me out as well, please.
That's what I'm saying. Sign Ramos. What? What are you not smoking? Hang on. Father drops some comments. Let's see what he says.
Ramos to join us. We've had the slowest back two in history with him and Thiago Silva.
So I'm saying, Lewis, how many times we criticized Werner on the wing?
On the left wing, yeah. On the right wing, I think you got a different player, in my opinion. Werner on the left wing is its own problems, but again, who is the guy that keeps playing him on the left wing? You
100.
see how this keeps going round and round into the same person?
Fam,
And you see
Lewis,
how hard it is to try and back him?
fam, you've been on point all stream, G. I don't know if you got enough energy for me anymore, fam. I think you've given it all.
Nah,
got
it's just looking at it from the way you visualize it. But look at the issues and look at why the issues are there. 9 times out of 10, it's the manager. Shevchenko. Has he even got experience as a manager?
Ukraine, G. He's a Ukraine manager right now. He's doing all right still. I'm not gonna lie to you. He's doing all right. They're saying interim manager.
But what is this? Are we just going to be bringing the next players for the next decade? Are we going to get John Terry in after that too? Like, fair play, but no, please. I'm good.
Fam. Werner up top, play Havertz to filter through balls. I think that's what Lewis wants. The man needs to be in front of goal at the moment more than ever because he's lacking confidence. I think he needs a break at the same time as well. So hopefully he comes back stronger against Fulham. We need to buy a centre back. What would you choose?
Do we need to get a centre back?
Yeah,
Look at the players we have right now. We have Zuma, we got Silva. Silva will still be good next season and maybe even the season after that if we're being real about it. It all depends on how we manage him. We've got Andreas Christensen, Antonio Rudiger, both great squad players. We also have in the back, Fikayo Tomori, meant to be a brilliant prospect. Malang Sarr, meant to be a brilliant prospect. Xavier Mbuyamba, meant to be a brilliant prospect. 3 of those players are meant to be quality centre-backs in the future. You don't need a centre back. One of those 3 at the bare minimum should make it.
I think you summed it up there. And I want to read this comment because this comment means a lot to me from Alex Haynes. Of course, big comment. People called Joe Felix a flop last season. Look at him now. He's a bad boy as well. Don't get it twisted. Havertz will come right. I totally agree with this comment. This is, if I could pin this for a long time, I'd probably pin it during the stream if I could. That's a big comment. I agree. What we got here? Rice, Jose Gimenez. Okay. Havertz a good player, but a big flop. It's too early to judge. Kante out. What? This guy saying Kante out, G.
Nah, man, I can't run with that. N'Golo Kante, like I already said, can do the DM role if it's a team that doesn't press, and that's cool. And as a box-to-box centre mid, his natural position, by the way, kill me all you want in the comment section. You know that it's a fact. You just don't want to admit it. In his natural position, he balls out. Yeah, you can talk to me about himself in the attacking third. That's fine. But he's improved a lot since Maurizio Sarri. He's the reason why he's got so much better going forward. So it's an option. He would improve our midfield. He's a good asset to our midfield. He's having a bad run of games. No, we put him in the wrong position against the wrong teams. Again, why? Don't know, but yeah.
It's the same thing. Oh, that's what I wanted to ask you, fam. Quickly. Mendy. What's your thoughts on Mendy, G, in recent games? This is the one I wanted to ask you.
Hey, I can't lie. Mendy is low-key on fraud watch. Very low-key. It's only low-key because he is still miles ahead of Kepa as a goalkeeper.
100.
So I don't care too much about it. But, yeah, there's been a couple mistakes from this guy still. Caught off his line by Saka. Nutmegged in the Aston Villa game. He's been getting beaten at his near post a couple too many times to my liking. Everyone's going to say the Wolves game was a deflection. It weren't that big of a deflection. And also, look at the size of Edouard Mendy. We criticize Kepa because he's too small to reach anything. We have Edouard Mendy, who is absolutely massive at his near post. Sorry, the small deflection argument does not run for that Wolves.
That's what I'm saying.
Also, the Man City goal, cool. I can give a bit more leeway to that because that was more bad marking off the team. And it was a very good finish from Foden. There was a lot of power behind it. It's still going to be hard for him to try and get down quickly enough for it. You can make that as more of a 50-50. He could go a bit quicker for it. It's also a good finish. It's also players that could have marked him. That's fine. But the Wolves one, nah. That don't run. I'm sorry. I'm not completely saying go get another goalkeeper. This guy's washed or nothing like that. But I got my eye on Mendy. I can't lie. I'm watching him.
Donnarumma, G, free transfer.
If it's a free transfer, you already know what I'm going to say. Get him up. Get him on the next flight to London real quick if we can do that.
Agent Pizzo.
What?
His agent, isn't it? Nightmare.
Raiola. Yeah, you know what? Forget it. I'm not interested. I don't care. We'll give Mendy a couple more months. I'm happy with that. He ain't been terrible. But he's been a bit sus. That's all.
Calm. Listen, one more question, guys, and then we're gonna wrap it up. If you guys can, please do smash the like button, man. Get it to over 100 likes. At least we're nearly there. The more likes, the more helps to this channel. Subscribe to my channel, hit the bell notification, tune in daily, and make sure you subscribe to Carefree Lewis G. Link in the description. Nearly 20k gang as well. Been seeing that as well.
Yeah, 400 subs away. So please,
400
if you lot ain't done it already, smash that subscribe button. 2020's been dead enough. 2021, make it a W for me, please.
Go check out his channel, guys, man. When you next live, bro? So these lot are away.
I've got half a mind to do a Q&A at 10 p.m. I don't know.
Tonight?
It depends on what I'm feeling. I might do, I might not do. It depends how I'm feeling in a few hours. But also, I'm thinking I'm also very close to 20k. I might as well just do a Q&A at that point too.
20k, yeah, 20k Q&A.
Yeah,
When am I on, though, bro? When you gonna invite me, G? When you gonna invite me?
Well, to be honest, I was low-key about to ask if you wanted to jump on the 10 p.m. one, but it all depends what my mindset's like if I even go
Shout
for
me.
it. But if you feel it, come on, bro. Yeah, we'll chat again. I wanted to get you on my channel a bit more as well. I want to start doing weekly shows and stuff.
That's what I'm saying. Weekly, G. It's got to be done, fam. These are
come. This link up's gonna have to happen. I need to find a way to set this one out perfectly, but we're gonna do it. This is gonna happen.
Say no more. I don't know if you want me to read this comment, G. Obviously.
Nah, go for it.
You hear this guy?
Wait, man said glory, Man United, and said I'm looking stressed. How many semi-finals have you bottled, my G? Now we could talk about Frank Lampard. Frank Lampard makes the finals. Yes, he needs to win a final. Cool. You, man, need to make a final before you can even get on that level. So thank you for the donation, but I will say it is a bit of a stressful time. I can't lie. If we drop point, if we don't win our next 2 games, it is peak, bro. We have to win those for pride alone.
All right, guys, listen. Last comment that we're going to be talking about, and I'm going to end it here. Please do like the video, by the way, man. I'm seeing 110 likes. I need more, G.
Yeah, come on, man. Smash the like button or we're getting smashed by Morecambe on Sunday, and nobody wants that.
Yeah, come on. I think we should play Hakim Ziyech in the 10 and Hudson-Odoi and Pulisic on the wings for now and bench Havertz and Tomori Werner while reintroduce them in games gradually. What do you think?
I half agree with you there. Like Callum Hudson-Odoi, cool, he needs more game time. And he's been our best winger this season, in my opinion. Well, Ziyech first, but I'm also using the volume of games played. If anyone needs to get benched, in my opinion, it should be Christian Pulisic. Christian Pulisic, I've already said, I want you to be the stingiest guy alive this season when it comes to Christian Pulisic. 1 game a week. Hell, 60 minutes a week or something like that. But do not let this guy get another injury. This guy has had about 20 injuries, all muscle related in the last 4 years. But, sorry, I've been really trying to get that out. But yeah, 20 injuries in the last 4 seasons. But we've played him every game in the Christmas period again. It's like, what are we doing? It makes complete sense. Hakim Ziyech, I understand why you want him in the number 10 role, but I wouldn't bench Kai Havertz, especially with the second half of the season coming around. I've already said, statistically, second half of the season, Havertz is levels clear the first half of the season, Kai Havertz. So, yeah, let's not bench him. Werner also does not need to be assimilated into the squad. He's still our highest goal contributor this season. So, that doesn't run either. Christian Pulisic, in my opinion, he's the one that needs to get benched. He's the one that you play more sparingly and use more towards the run into the season. You go for Hakim Ziyech on the right-hand side, Callum Hudson-Odoi coming in off the left-hand side, pure carnage. That is my attacking 5.
Peasy, man. We just answered your question, bro. And you're still spamming it, fam. But listen, last one for Lewis and Father. Predictions for the game on the weekend. What your scoreline?
I'm gonna just go 3-0 Chelsea for the pride's sake. Like, I don't even care if we lose and that gets cropped up. If we do not win, and we do not win dominantly, we all deserve to get corned. This is the same thing as the Arsenal game. Go in with confidence because we should be beating these. I don't want to hear anything like that. We have one of the best squads in the league in terms of depth. And here we are worrying about a game against Morecambe. Nah. 3-0 Chelsea and move on.
100. Father.
Not gonna lie, if he starts Kepa, yeah, I might say 3-1. If he starts Kepa, I might say 3-1. But other than that, I think it's gonna be 3-0, same with Lewis. But I can guarantee that he's gonna start Tino Andrew in. at some point at that game.
Oh, that would be great.
That'd be great. Yo,
Mm.
how'd you block these guys on the comments, man?
Oh,
Man's
you don't
blinking
see
us.
it. You know when you highlight the comment just before you
Yeah.
press show, there's a little
Oh, yeah,
free
yeah, the
thing
three
on the
dots
right
thing.
hand side.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
press that.
Paisy, man, we asked you a question, fam. Now I'm not gonna ask you a question again, bro. What is that, fam? Listen, I don't want to take too much of your time, Lewis. I know you're busy, man. I know you got lots to
I'm
do.
cool, G. I just woken up, like it's nearly breakfast time, but I ain't got. I'm tired. I've got time. We're good.
Are we good?
Yeah, if you want to keep going, like I'm around. So I ain't
We
knocking
carry
off.
on. I thought Lewis is a busy man, G. I thought you had to.
No, I'm good. I'm chill.
Alright, guys, listen. Just because Lewis and Father are going to be on the stream now, smash the like button, subscribe if you're new here.
Yeah,
Hit the
drop your
notification.
questions. We ain't going anywhere just yet.
Exactly. Make sure you go subscribe to Carefree Lewis G, get 20k if you haven't already, please, as well. Set some mods up. Yeah, the thing is, on StreamYard, I can't set up on here, right, Lewis?
Nah, you gotta go onto YouTube and you gotta
YouTube,
go
yeah,
onto the
that's-
live
that's what I
comment
mean,
section through there.
That's long. Can't be
Yeah,
bothered
that's
with
the
that.
thing. That's why I barely do it either. I think I've set Craigo as a mod and I've just left it at that.
Oh, I hear that. Straight loyal. Good to see you, man. Who we got here? Billy Gilmour start against Mo. Even if he plays well against Fulham.
Gilmour
Maybe.
has to start that game and the Fulham
he
game,
has
in
to
my
start,
opinion.
He has
But-
to.
Yeah, if we're talking about 12 p, yep, that is literally at 12. Actually, no, I think it was 1 to be honest. Something along the lines of that. Like, I finished my edit at like 7 or 8 o'clock, and I just couldn't sleep since then. So I was like, okay, cool. So if I'm just gonna cotch here, I'm just gonna cotch here. When I feel tired, I feel tired. But
There's
this
a
is the beauty of being your own boss and working on YouTube. I can sleep when I want. I can wake up when I want. It's cool.
facts, G.
It's the vibes.
It's facts. I was gonna say Eden Hazard, man. Forgot about his birthday. Legend.
Yeah, happy birthday. We should reward him with another contract. I don't even care at his age. What a depth signing. He would be ridiculous. And you take the pressure off him, you probably get a better Hazard than you see in Real Madrid. That would
Is
be
he
perfect.
32 or 33 though, Hazard this year?
That's what I'm saying, guys.
When we
Smash
do,
it up. These
the
guys
Royal
deserve it.
Rumble watch along is coming. That's a certainty. I don't know whether to do Raw or SmackDown ones just because I don't know if I'd get enough people watching those. But I know
Hey,
Royal
Randy
Rumble
Orton.
one would be a good test.
Randy Orton for me. Randy Orton.
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, wait, Fatta, you watch it. I might jump you on the stream as well then.
What? When is it?
I got
Royal
Is it-
Rumble, that will be the end of
I
January.
got my
whatever
subscription. I
Sunday
got
it is.
my 1 month subscription, so yeah.
Bro, you pay
21st
for
of
it.
January or the 24th, one or the other.
That's mad. Guys, look, we've got over 200 people again on the stream. Keep liking the video, keep subscribing. hit the
200 people, that
notification.
better mean 200 likes, guys, please.
There's a
200 likes,
comment.
fam.
There's a comment say Havertz should play the match coming. Here's my issue with Hazard. Yeah, sorry, Havertz. Sorry, what do I say? Keep saying Hazard, man. Havertz.
Stuck in your head, bro.
Yeah, Havertz, man. Okay, Havertz. Yeah, the reason why like Lampard kept him on the bench, like I think it's because Mason Mount like playing really good, and then he should start every game. I think for me, yeah, if you're gonna like turn Havertz into like a world class, he needs to start every week. He just can't keep him on the bench for a long time. That's my issue with Havertz.
No, I get what you're saying, but it still needs time to adapt, fam.
Kai Havertz.
Yeah.
Yes, but also to the formation. Like, I don't think playing him as an attacking 8 really helped us in that circumstance either, because Havertz is best in the final third, not progressing the ball to the final third and then making the pass. Like, he can do it, but you're asking a lot of him to do that consistently throughout 90 minutes, especially in the Premier League when he's assimilating into the league as well. Take that to also him really suffering through the pandemic, because I still don't know if you're going to get demonetized if I say the word or not, but you already know what I'm on about. And the after effects of that was a huge factor for why his recent form has been absolutely terrible as well. But he's recovering. We've been assimilating him back into a squad really slowly. If anything, that's one of the few things Frank Lampard's been doing correctly over the last few games. He's assimilated Havertz in a bit slowly. Could have had a bit more game time, but I'm not going to nitpick. If anyone else could have had more game time, I'll scream for Billy Gilmour's name instead of Kai Havertz right now. But, okay, I might take back what I said earlier. I don't mind him starting the game against Morecambe. It's just we cannot hype it up if he balls out in that game, because there's no shame in that.
Guys, I wanted to ask you lot as well in the comments. What day do you guys want this weekly show with Carefree Lewis G, man? What days? Let me know. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Keep it on Thursdays. Let me know. Can Chelsea win the next 5 games? I think we can win any game. If we turn up, we can win any game. It's a bit of a difficult question just to try to predict, obviously. But in general, yeah, why can't we win the next 5 games? We should be able to on paper. But yeah, do you guys
as
think
long as we don't play predictable, we're good.
That's what I'm saying. Do you guys think Lampard's getting the best out of these players? Do you think another manager can get more out of these? Yeah, I think another manager can, but I think Lampard can change it still.
See, this is the fear. Somebody said it absolutely perfectly, and it's damning because I do want to see Lampard work out at Chelsea. But somebody said this perfectly. Chelsea spent 250 million after the summer, basically to replace Tammy Abraham and Callum Hudson-Odoi, because the other areas of the squad needed replacing anyway. 250 million to replace those two when we finished 4th place, and we've gone backwards as a result. But we only replaced Tammy Abraham and Callum Hudson-Odoi because we could do better than the pair of them. But we're looking at Frank Lampard, and nobody wants to say it. We could do better. I mean, I don't want to say it because I do want to see Lampard work out at Chelsea. But if you're going to ask me, could we do better than Frank Lampard? I prefer really not to speak.
Big trouble if I speak. We're in big trouble, basically.
Yeah,
Father.
your dogs already have issues with me.
Father, man, what's your take on Frank Lampard? I never really asked you for your opinion on Frank Lampard. You're out, right?
No, I'm in, man. I'm still in. The thing is, with Frank Lampard, because I'm looking at I'm looking at the difference between last season and at least this season, Last season, I saw Frank Lampard like changes this formation that made us look like unpredictable last season. And in this season, I think it's been constantly stuck with that 4-3-3 formation for the most of the season. And we've been finding out against Tottenham. Apparently, when Jose tactically put 4 players on Ziyech, and after that, we just got found out. And then after the Leeds United game, yes, we had a 1-man drop in form. I get that. It happens to not only us. It happened to Man City. It happened to Liverpool. It happens to Tottenham. It happens to Arsenal. It happens to anyone. But for me, Lampard, we need to give him time, to implement his style. I don't like charging Lampard, but we need to see how he's going to progress this season. If he doesn't make the top 4 and we suddenly drop out of the Europa League, whether if it's a VAR fault or whether it's a bad call, I'm sorry to say, man, Lampard has to be gone at the end of the season if he doesn't make the top 4.
100%. Please stop spamming, man. Please, I beg you lot. Please stop spamming, man. I got to put you in. Oh, I blocked him by accident. Shit. How do I stop? Wait, where do I take it off, Lewis?
What, the unblock button? See, I don't even know that, but that must be a YouTube thing.
No, just block user, man. Just you can.
Right, you're asking how to unblock.
Yeah.
That's stressful.
Yeah, I think you've got to go through YouTube to do that. I think you got to go through that comment section again.
Oh my gosh. Yo, football style, I blocked you by accident. I was meant to put you on timeout. Apologies, man. Apologies. Guys, listen. Send in your questions.
I'm just saying that's what happens when you spam, innit? So
send in certain questions, okay? Not Frank Lampard, not Havertz, not Timo Werner. We've basically spoken about everything. We need something different. Okay, we need something different. Come on.
Yeah,
I just hate this. I just hate the splitting fan base at this time, man. It makes it look like a laughing stock at this time. But come on, guys. Let's just back Lampard till the end of the season. I mean, you
till the end of the season, but if we don't make top 4, that's going to really damage the club.
The thing is, you can see after the Leeds United game, I think you can say it might sound crazy, but after the fans that we had, I think after the Leeds United game, I think that somehow their forms are dropping. If you know what I mean. After maybe they kind of miss that fans atmosphere again. Normally week in week out, kind of little bit though. But I don't know about you guys.
No, I see what you're saying there. Owen Wilson. The only thing you missed out was I made a comment about West Ham selling one of their players. It could mean that they could be in financial trouble. But Lewis basically said they're selling those players to maybe strengthen, not selling Declan Rice in the end anyway.
Yeah,
I
sell
think
other assets. They can hold on to their best asset, basically.
Yeah,
They're just trying to
basically,
double down on Declan Rice.
Basically. I got another donation from Wayne, fam. This guy's on donating, fam.
What you want back? Not really anybody, to be honest.
Piazza.
I would love to see Malang Sarr back. Like, I would love to see him partner with Zuma.
Sarr's not a bad option. Yeah, to be honest, out of anyone, it would probably be him. Who else is out on loan? Ross Barkley, no, sell as soon as possible. Batshuayi, no, sell as soon as possible.
Xavier Mbuyamba.
Nah, he's developmental. He's just improving. Like that one, he'll come in time. But Malang Sarr, maybe. Who else did we loan out? Loftus-Cheek, nah. If anything, he's struggling to break through at Fulham, which is heartbreak. Conor Gallagher, yes, yes. Whoever commented that, correct. You've won. I don't know what you've won, but you've won. That's the correct answer.
You won something.
What a player, man. I swear he's got the most tackles out of anyone his age or under in the top 5 leagues.
Fam,
and he's at West Brom.
He's actually on point. I'm not even gonna lie to you. He's actually on point. That's crazy. It's difficult to get into this team.
He can come back. We'll send them Jorginho on loan or something like that.
That's true. It's true. You ain't reading my comments, mate. Billy Gilmour is a must-have to play Sunday because the thing is, with Jorginho.
What? Actually, no. That worked in the Liverpool game. No, but he came on as a very early sub because I think someone was injured.
Billy and Jorginho, fam. Wow.
If you're playing Billy Gilmour as the number 8, maybe. Oh no, that's a 4-2-3-1. Wait, you want both of them in the pivot? Well, as long as they keep their head up for passes, that's not even too bad of an issue. Jorginho is still a great standing tackler. And from close control, he's great. I mean, from close angles, he's great. It's only when it starts to become a sprint race or it starts to become a strength race where he really starts to struggle. And that's where Billy Gilmour has the edge over him. But together, maybe. I mean, it wouldn't necessarily be too bad, in my opinion. I just want to see how we transition because that's the only issue that we had in the 4-2-3-1.
Facts. I mean, look, guys, we're going to try and answer as many questions. Apologies if we don't get through every single one of them, but don't spam about it as well. Taha, man, we already spoke about Rice, bro. We already spoke about it. His price that could be lower, but...
Yeah, what is this Rice photo as well, by the way? Because that's not a real one.
Is it?
Yeah, that's not a real one. I don't know why everyone's getting hyped over it. Is it just because Mason Mount liked it? I've only just seen it now.
Listen. I have to read this comment from YB, yeah, because it's my guy in it. I have to read it, yeah. Bro, I beg you give your thoughts on starting Livramento or Lawrence right back against in the FA Cup. Is it a risk? I think we need to rest Asby's legs are gone and Reece James injured. I mean, I think one of them has to start.
Yeah, I wouldn't be against one of those two starting. It's again a case where I haven't seen either of them, but that's also half the reason why I want to see him start because it's exciting. But only thing I don't agree, Asby legs are gone, yeah, but it doesn't mean he's declining as a player. Like we already knew Asby was that type of right back. He's not going to be able to get forward and back quickly. He's solid defensively. He's also pretty good going forward. He's definitely improved on that this season. But it's about the transition where he struggles. But that's the thing. You know his strengths. You know his deficiencies. You need to play to that because there is still a quality player with him. I think the Aston Villa game was a great example. We had him start the first game. And for the first time, we weren't really just spamming the right side all game. If anything, we were going down the left-hand side with Ben Chilwell a lot more. Good results from that angle as well. That's the way we need to play more if Azpilicueta plays. I don't think he's finished. I think we have two of the top 5 best right backs in the league, in my opinion, in Azpilicueta and in Reece James as well.
Oh, famous and right back.
I'm sorry. I know it's your channel and everything, but I need that off my screen. What is that? Emerson right back. Are you mad?
Fam, I'm looking down, G.
Bro, he's barely a left back and you want him at right. Are you crazy? Man said Emerson right back. I might as well play Kepa there.
There's no comment. I
Oh.
think Havertz could do amazing at false 9, dropping into 10 with nearly like Firmino.
Oh, false 9 Kai Havertz. Yes, please. He needs to muscle up a little bit more, in my opinion. That's the only thing he's lacking. But false 9 Havertz, that is dirt. Like, I've wanted to see that for a while. I can't lie, that excites me already just thinking about it. That's where he was brilliant for Leverkusen in the centre forward role as well. So I'd be all for it. His heading is a very underrated part of his game. The only thing that he's lacking is the strength. That will come in time. But centre forward Kai Havertz, please. Second season or something like that. I beg you.
That's what I'm saying.
That's why
I
I
mean,
will back Werner on the right-hand side, by the way. If you have Kai Havertz in the centre, that is dirt.
I mean, it's a big shot. I mean, once he adapts and stuff, maybe you can try experiment it for sure. Thoughts if Lampard should play 4-4-2? Let's read this lineup: Mendy, James, Zuma, Silva, Chilwell, Ziyech, Kante, Kovacic, Pulisic, Giroud, Werner.
I highly doubt it.
Switch Pulisic
Highly
with Joe,
doubt.
and I might agree. The only thing is I still think we'd be passing sideways and backwards the whole time.
Highly doubt it, but I would prefer to see Tino Andrew start on the left. Highly doubt it.
I think he means all-time formation and.
Oh yeah,
bro.
you talking about Sunday? You talking about in general?
I think you're talking about general. He's talking about general.
Oh, general.
Okay. Cool.
First
Wait,
team,
you want
innit? This is the
Andrew to
first team.
start left wing in general?
Pulisic, innit? Left wing, no?
Not right now. I think he's in terrible form right now. Like maybe in the future, and I've already said I don't want him playing every game because he'll just get another injury. Please be calm with him. I want us to be stingy as hell with this guy's game time. I don't even care if it comes to the detriment to the squad, in my opinion, because you need to protect the player or you're going to lose into injuries full time. I do not want to see this guy turn into Theo Walcott. I don't have a strike. Werner midfield. Okay, cool. This guy drops deep a lot to get involved in a link-up play. That is fine. That doesn't mean you hold him in the same position. This is the same problem that we had with Timo Werner and left wing. You play him on the left wing just because he roams onto the left-hand side of the pitch. That doesn't mean he is a left winger. At the most, you can enjoy that in space. But Werner in midfield? No. No. This guy is a striker. We're already complaining about playing him out of position, and we want to drop him deeper. Like, he will do it, but you won't get the best out of Timo Werner doing it. I can understand why you said that. Wrong. I don't agree, though.
Fam, this hair's gonna fall off, G. This hair's gonna fall off.
Hey, that's not as bad as the Emerson right wing comment I heard. I mean, right back comment. Like, I can
I think it's the
understand
same guy,
that one.
fam.
It's wrong as well, in my opinion, but I can understand that.
Fam,
There's
I think
no
it's trolling.
comment.
I can't lie. I think it's trolling. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's trolling, G.
I hope so.
Our squad is perfectly suited for 4-4-2, 4-2-2-2. Werner playing off Giroud, Havertz with Pulisic and Ziyech supporting, and Kante, Jorginho. Also, kind of attacking football suits us
Werner
more.
playing off Giroud, Havertz with Pulisic and Ziyech supporting, and Kante, Jorginho, Kovacic as the pivot. Ain't that too many midfielders in a 4-2-2-2? I think you got Werner and Giroud, then you got Havertz and Pulisic, then Kante or Jorginho, but then you're adding Hakim Ziyech in there as well. But I get what you're trying to say, but if we play a 4-2-2-2, we ain't going to have any wingers in that game anyway, which is why it's an option, in my opinion. We can switch there, but it can never be a number one formation because we just wouldn't be playing with any wingers as a result.
That's what I mean. I mean, it's a bit of an interesting one, but no, just too many risks, if you know what I mean. We need to go back to 4-2-3-1, build this team around Havertz. Thoughts?
Yes. 4-2-3-1 is the one I want us to go back to. That was the one that we were initially all predicting that the team was going to be playing at the start of the season. And in my opinion, that is the one that suits the team the most. Our issue was the transition. We need to sort the transition out, and then we'll be good. Well, also the same thing that I want to see from us is at the I've already said that numerous times. We don't have Kepa in goal, so we won't have too much issues. But yeah, 4-2-3-1. That's the one I want to see us do. I don't want to go around in circles too much about it.
Father, what formation did you want?
4-2-3-1, man. 4-2-3-1 all day. Just want to see Havertz at the CAM, Ziyech on the right, then Pulisic on the left, and you can have like Werner up front or Giroud. Just want to see that one time this season, man. We've been constantly stuck for the 4-3-3 We've been finding out since against Tottenham. I've already said that. Why don't we change something new, something out of the box? You know, I did say this before. Yeah, 4-2-3-1. Why don't we try that one time? If it doesn't work out, fine. At least that we'll see it for the first time this season.
Yeah. Peace and love. Hello, everybody from Algeria. Big up Algeria, man. Big up the fans worldwide, man. That's why it's my name, Worldwide Chelsea. Exactly. Tomorrow is better than Rudiger.
Big up
We
yourself, bro.
We already said this. Lad said he want 4-2-3 you never watched United. What? What are these guys on about, G? These guys are having their own convo in the comments, G. It's them ones.
Is he talking about the United game that we had? Because we played 5 at the back, but that was because we were conceding so many goals. We were just trying to be pragmatic for a few games, give the defense a bit of confidence. And that came with its own problem. We lost all our attacking presence as a result of that, which is why we'll barely ever do that formation again. But yeah, 4-2-3-1. Are you talking about the United games last season? Because I do know we played 4-2-3-1 in that, but that's completely different circumstances, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Listen, big up America. Definitely not. I'll tell you why, yeah. I put in an investment in one of the companies in the US, yeah, and my money went down because of the Trump riots, fam, yesterday. So definitely not big up America right now, fam. I need my sales to go back up. Alaba, that is one we need to speak on. Obviously, most likely going to be going to Real Madrid. We know that. But we just taken him at Chelsea, guys.
Definitely. I mean, Alaba and Silva, that would be a great back to massive experience as well. We don't have too much issues with our defensive two. I can't lie. Kurt Zuma does have a mistake in him, though. Like I've always said, no one really says it because it didn't happen. This guy was one good pass away from costing us the Tottenham game. And there is a mistake in Kurt Zuma if we're going to nitpick about it. But he has been quality this season as well. Alaba will be a miss. Well, also, same way in the long term. Do we need another centre-back if we're meant to be believing in the youth players that we have? The SARS, the Mbuyambas, the players like that? Not necessarily. We only need a short-term option. We have a short-term option, Thiago Silva. So we ain't going to cry or lose too much sleep about it. It just is what it is.
100. I think Alaba will go to Real Madrid. I think we all know he'll be going to Real Madrid, my friend. It was just a question whether we will take him at Chelsea or not. He can play anywhere on the left, really. Left back, centre back, left side, left midfield, left wing back. Name it. What else we got here? Oh, yeah, this is one that kind of surprised me. I did see it a month ago in some of other YouTubers and stuff like that. Reece James CDM. Lewis,
I wouldn't be too far against it. I mean, his crossing range is excellent. So those deep line crosses that we saw as Plaqueta doing a lot to Morata, I could see Reece James having the same sort of impact from there too. Wouldn't be too far against it. As a lone DM, I don't really know too much. I can't really try and justify that too much because he's a quality player going forward and back. So if you want him to sit deep and not progress forward, you're taking away a lot of his game. So I'm not too sure about him as a lone DM. As maybe the more attacking one of the two. Maybe. I mean, it works. Yes, Gay as well. I always forget about this guy. I'm so sorry, but thank you for the reminder. It's because I haven't seen enough about him either, but I know he's balling out at Swansea. So, yeah, add Gay to the list as well. But either way, you see why we don't need to push too much on centre-backs. We've got one short-term centre-back anyway. The rest really should sort out themselves.
Facts. Listen,
but yeah, great shout because I completely forgot his name. Big up yourself, Alex.
Haaland and Gimenez. Do we really need these two? So obviously, you said
Haaland, please, please, man. But do you know how many chances we churn out per game? And we need someone who's an ice cold killer. This guy's finishing in the box. It should be illegal. He is a genuine cheat code. If we had this guy, I don't care. I don't care if it's overhyped or anything like that. The league is finished. The league is absolutely finished for the next 3 years as a minimum.
That's mad. That's mad. I agree, fam. This guy can shoot, G. I don't know what it is. Outside the box, left foot, right foot, he's got it all, fam. He's got it all. There is a topic that I do want to speak about with you guys. But guys, everyone that has joined in, I'm going to ask you guys again. Please do smash the like button. Smash it to up to 200 likes if you can. Subscribe if you're new here. Tune in daily as always, and make sure you subscribe to Carefree Lewis G. Link in the description right now. Go help him to 20k subscribers. He's going to be hitting it very soon. But look, there's a discussion I want to ask you guys all. Declan Rice or Ampadu? We really haven't spoken about that before. Do you think Ampadu's future is done here, Lewis?
I'm not sure, to be honest. He's having a good season at Sheffield United, isn't he? He's another one of those names that you just don't speak too much.
That's what I'm saying.
But yeah, he'd be a great option for us. As a lone DM, probably back. Actually, yeah, I definitely would back him. We tried it a couple times under Sorry, but he was more a regista in those ones. But yeah, I'd go for it. Who's the other option we were talking about?
No, we're just saying Declan Rice or Ethan Ampadu. Who would you rather have at Chelsea, really, right now?
Ampadu only because he would cost less. That would be a great option. We talk about Lacobham and how brilliant the squad is. He came at 16 years old as such a massive prospect.
Yeah. Yusuf, why do people call you Sadiq? Does it mean friend? It's my real name, bro. This guy, man. Look at this comment. He doesn't know it's my real name. That's my real name, man.
Wait,
I don't really say it.
Translation of Sadiq or something like that. Now, in fact, 1 second.
Guys, my name is Sadiq, man. I don't really tell everyone about it, but yeah, that is my name.
Yeah, Sadiq is Arabic for friend. That's what you meant. Fair play, but no. That's his real name, G.
Oh, my days. What's we got here? So what if Riola's agent? Dortmund didn't have any trouble business doing with him. Yeah, but the thing is, Dortmund didn't have history with him. We have history with this agent, which is why we're not dealing with him.
Oh, wait, it's Haaland Raiola as well?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me, man. That's the second player we've hyped up again, which has just been ruined by Raiola tax. This stinks. He's half the reason why we didn't get Lukaku in 2017, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, that was the reason. Then we had to go for Morata, who I did back, by the way, who I wanted as well, which fully fell off. Father, man, what are you doing? You're smiling at someone. Are you talking to someone special? What's going on? Are you on FIFA?
It's just my mate texting me, but he triggered me, like the way he said Lampard is clueless or something like that, man. It's just.
He triggered you.
Yeah, I got triggered. That's why.
I mean, right now, he is a bit clueless. He does need to fix up overall. But I get what you mean by getting triggered. ZH play Cam, drop Mount would be good.
Cam and then drop Mount.
This is the thing, yeah.
I've already said I'd rather go Havertz than that, but go on, Fal. What were you saying?
No. I was going to say, like, I would prefer drop Mount at some point because he's been playing, like, for the past 2 months. Like he's the player never been rested for me. I would prefer if you want to get the best out of Kante, yeah, you're gonna have to like need a proper bust, like proper big man in the midfield just to play alongside Kante.
Yeah, I mean, it does make sense there as well. Yo, I'm so sorry. I never thought of your name. And fair play for Lewis. How do you know Arabic? My guy thinks you know Arabic, G.
No, how do I know that? Google Translate, man. I literally typed in Sadiq name meaning and it came up with friend.
You know what I'm saying? Werner at centre back. Somebody's clearance.
Now I know you're trolling. Now I know you're trolling me. Actually,
somebody said
clearances.
Somebody said 442 diamond.
Cool. That's jokes. I'll give you that.
Somebody said 442 diamond.
Yes. No. Depends on the wingers. I can't. Hey, you saw the thing Eunice put up, right? At that 4-4-2 formation with Kante playing the slave role, just doing all the work. And it's like, what?
Yeah.
Like, what is that? Like Pulisic, and I know it wasn't his one, so I give Eunice a disclaimer, and also big up Eunice. Like before anyone says it's a beef thing, it's nothing like that. But the 4-4-2 diamond, it's only going to work if you have wingers that will track back. Pulisic don't really track back. ZH, we saw in the City game already, he will not track back. When it comes to work rate, defensively, Mesut Ozil, he is not tracking back. It is not happening. So that would only work depending on the wingers that we have.
No, I agree. I totally agree with you, especially if we had Willian. Willian would be performing there. You know what I mean? Father,
Yeah.
How long you been going to Chelsea games for?
Thanks, so.
I think 18, 19. I think I started going
And
to
how
Chelsea.
do you know? Oh, 2018.
I think 20. Oh, what? When you mean watching live?
Yeah, like going to the stadium. When did you start going?
17, 18.
17, 18. Lewis, when did you start going games?
Regularly or my first one?
Your first one.
First game was, what was it? Chelsea Burnley in the Cup 08-09 season. We lost
Really?
I
on
remember
penalties.
that.
It was
I
proper
remember that.
depressing.
That was so grim, man.
Yeah, the
That
one where Drogba threw the coins at the fans and everything.
Yeah, I know, right? That was
That's
so grim.
mad.
What a dead first game that was.
That was mad. I don't know what I was doing that day. Oh, you got PFC, yeah?
Yeah, my dad just brought some food.
Pick up the pots, man. Pick up the pops.
Yeah, big up, Dad.
Do you need to go? Do you need to go?
No,
I'll
I'm
hold you up,
still
fam.
chilling. I'm good.
See, this is the man that I was texting. Now, why Diamond don't work? We would get over on the midfield.
Yeah, exactly that. The transition would kill us. I'd only work if we have wingers that track back. If we ain't got wingers that track back, it's not working.
I agree. Look, this is one that I do agree with. Kante did well with Matic. I think he could do well with Rice or Ampadu. I do agree with that.
But he was in a two-man midfield pivot.
I think that's what he wants. Though. He wants a two-man midfield. I think he agrees with you in terms of the lone DM not working basically.
Yeah, I think you'd get the best out of him in that sort of role. With a Declan Rice that works too.
Yeah.
Even Ampadu maybe, but you'd lack the experience.
How old
What
are
was the
you lot?
formation he was saying though?
Oh, the formation.
4-4-2.
I don't think he said the formation. He just made
Formation.
that comment. He didn't say the formation.
Okay,
I think
if it was a 4-2-3-1, I'm a bit more wary on that because he's
4-2-3-1. 4-2-3-1. He said.
I think the reason why we
and
saw,
Dolo struggled in that though. Go on, Fata.
I think last season the way we became so unpredictable last season. That's because of the 4-2-3-1 formation.
I'm good, G.
Where we had I think who's playing CAM last season though? I forgot because I think it was Pedro. Was it? Because Pulisic played on the left, and then you can have
It was mixed.
Willian on the right.
It wasn't the same always, man.
Was it
mixed.
Mount who played in the cam?
Yeah, Mount.
Oh, Mount.
Yeah, we had Mount as number 10 because we were pressing very high up the field that season.
That's what I'm saying.
This season it's not really been the same.
Are we going to get this Caicedo guy who's apparently meant to be better than Kante? Obviously, Sky Sports made this comparison about he's better than Kante in the final third. This Ecuador international that we're looking to hijack off United, basically. He's a young kid. His role model is Kante as well. Basically, man did a video on that yesterday and I had to get a couple of views off that still. But yeah, he's a potential.
I might need to watch that for research purposes because I ain't heard this player before.
It's potential, basically, man. Lewis got hungry. What? Lewis got hungry after 80 minutes of lashing. Now he's making us.
Sorry, man, but it's breakfast time.
Yeah.
Kante and Gilmour in pivot would be diminutive.
Yeah,
Guys,
that's so beautiful until you realize we lose every single aerial battle with that one.
Guys, how many likes we got on this? We've got 156 likes. Come on, you lot. Push it to 200 likes, man.
Versus City.
Don't get me started. We look like we couldn't press the light switch. I saw Mateo Kovac just jogging around the field. I was like, what? We weren't pressing as a team, leaving so many gaps exposed when we did that.
It felt like we were playing at the Etihad when we had Conte. Like we lost. Remember when we lost 1-0 at the Etihad? I think it was Conte season. Yeah, we were walking the 75th minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at least that was purely tactical, and we could see that.
Yeah.
This one looks 50-50. It looks massively 50-50. Because this looks like the players as well. They look clueless. And that can't be all the manager's fault. It's got to be partly his fault too.
100. Lewis, in your 4-2-3-1, are you thinking of a possession-based system or counter-attack? Personally, I think 4-2-3-1 is best on the counter.
I'm thinking counter-attack, but Lampard plays more possession-based and with more of a press to it. So it's about what the manager would choose as well. We'd be better on the counter, but teams sit deep against us all the time. So what happens when we got nothing to counter?
That's what I'm saying. What do we change up there? Abramovich makes Stamford Bridge Hotel available for NHS
Yeah,
workers.
not like
wanting
certain
them.
clubs that are here trying to get loans off the government.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna say names, but we should have said that when the Arsenal fan was in the comments. I should have said that. I forgot about it, fam. So peak. We end the live stream at 200 likes. If I say yeah, you lot probably won't like the video. So
that's the thing. We can't say that. How many likes we on already?
Let me see. Should be about 160, I think. Let me see. 162, guys. Come on, push the 200 likes, fam. Otherwise, Chelsea will lose next game, guys, man. And drop your questions
160. We're only asking for 40 more of you to press that button. Come on, guys.
That's what I'm saying. Bring a real coach before the season is lost. I think Lampard needs probably 1 or 2 more games, really, before we make that choice, guys.
It's up to board as well. Like, it's not up to us, really.
But I think Roman will sack him anyway. I think if it comes down to it, Roman will sack. And I think there will be riots on Lampard in time. I'm not going to lie.
There will be, but they rioted after Jose left both times, so who cares?
True. Nah, man, listen, guys. I think I'm going to end it here because man's getting hungry, man. Lewis, you made me hungry, G.
Sorry, man.
Honestly, guys, I'm sorry, yeah. I tell you lot, we're going to be doing a live stream probably once a week with Lewis. If it's free more, I'll ask him, but I don't want to holler him every single day, but if he's free, I'll holler him, innit? Lewis, let me know if you're free any day, bro. Like during the week, like weekdays only. Let me know if you're free, because I'll probably invite you, G, all the time.
Come, man. We'll do.
And shout me if you're on your channel as well. Father as well.
There's a question for you, Sadiq.
Yeah, quickly.
I think it was this one.
I'm Lampard middle, man. We've spoken about this already. I'm not gonna
respect the middle, gang.
Lampard middle. He has to get it right, but soon with Lampard out if he doesn't change. Any club with George Benson, one day, who knows? We'll see, man. But guys, listen. If you're already...
Oh, dude, it's this one, I think.
Yeah,
we've seen that. That's what we're seeing. Smash the like, guys. Subscribe if you're new here. Hit the notification. Make sure you subscribe to Carefree Lewis G. Link in the description right now. Get to 20k. Every subscribe right now helps anyway. So make sure you lot tune in. Maybe every day, every other day, maybe every 3 days with Carefree Lewis G, man. I'll see you guys soon, man. Peace.